My lords, ladies, gentlemen, honoured guests, we're here to remember a great miracle that occurred some 75 years ago.
First thing I saw when we got off the trains from Boulogne, where we landed, and we went to the front, was dead pigs and dead animals on the road, and it really shocked me. I said, all blood and stuff, first, never happened before. And then we meant to be going to the front, and then we drove all the way up to Louvain, and this is where we weren't there that long, maybe half a day or something, where they broke through. So we got out of that ahead of them, and then we ran out of petrol at Brussels, so we had to join the refugees. When I got to Dunkirk itself, the whole town was on fire. It was just chaos, and as I said, the harbour was just filled with boats, big boats, little boats, and of course they were still bombing. Stukas were still bombing, so there was you weren't walking around. You had to get out of there, otherwise you'd be killed. And then the beach was the same. I'd never seen so many things on the beach. There were grand pianos. People were going to go on a little boat with a grand piano. I couldn't believe it. So I decided with the others, only 3 or 4 all mixed regiments, I said, I'm going to walk along the beach. They came with us, and every time a Stuka came, we dashed into the sand dunes and didn't know whether you were going to wake up again or not. So about 9 miles to a place later on I learned was Japan, or somewhere in that area. I see this little boat on the side of the water. So I said to the other guys, I said, we can bail this out with our helmets, and we get it down, so enough to get into the water properly. And this is why we're exhausted. I was in the water so long, trying to get this thing going. Then I had to get in the water and swim with it up to here, and anybody could get in that swam, and anybody that came out in their uniform would sink. Well, that's terrible now to really look back, but at the time it was, every man for himself. So that's how you didn't have very many men. We climbed up the ropes, and then I fell on the deck, exhausted. I couldn't believe it. It was mind-boggling. It was just, have I made it type of thing? Yeah, it was a relief, obviously. I had the first cup of tea, and people coming up, giving me a sandwich, and putting you on a train. So it was 3 or 4 weeks before I realized I was safe, Yeah.